Hello, this is Mac from Radionode team. Today, let me explain the overall Radionode 365 service functions. Radionode 365 is a subscription-type monitoring service that is filled with the functions you need in your workplace. Shall we take a look together? Radionode 365 screen can be divided into 4 areas. First, on the left there is a list of various functions, and in the widest area on the right is a screen showing the functions selected from the left. User-related information is displayed at the top, and Radionode 365 manual and company information that provides services are displayed at the bottom. First, let's take a look at the various functions on the left. The first feature to introduce is the dashboard. Once you log in, you will see a blank dashboard screen. But if you register your Radionode product and complete the settings, you will see a dashboard screen full of data like this. The dashboard now functions to show the values in real time. You can use it like a status board like this by clicking the full screen button. Of course, you can register your company's logo and change the title. In addition to this, the functions of various dashboards are very diverse, and I will introduce them in a video introducing the dashboard. Now let's look at the Data View function. A data view is literally a function that allows you to view data as you wish. If you select the period and chart type for which you want to view data, you can view the data comparison and change trends you want to see. In addition, there is a function called App. If you use this function, you can search data directly by scanning the QR code. Next, we will introduce the Report function. You no longer have to write reports by hand. Radionode 365 automatically generates a report and sends it to you by email. As with the data view shown earlier, after selecting form among daily, weekly, monthly reports and MKT report forms you want, and a report is automatically created. When you create a report, as mentioned earlier, you can have the report automatically sent by email, or you can print it out. If you have made a reservation to receive the report by email, you can set the period and search the report sending history. The fourth feature is the device settings. First of all, the device refers to the Radionode device, and the channel refers to each sensor that outputs data such as temperature and humidity. The number 44 next to the channel list means that there are currently 44 registered channels. The channel list shows information related to the channel, from the name of the channel to what the channel measured, which sensor it is, which device it belongs to, and the transmission period and measurement period. Device list also shows device-related information. You may not immediately remember where it was installed just by looking at the device name, right? If you take a picture of the installation location, you can manage it so that you can immediately recognize where the device is installed. New Channels and New Devices shows a list of devices and channels that have not yet been registered and is used to add new devices. The data backup function here is all the channels I have, here 44 channels. A backup function is provided so that you can download and store a month's worth of data for these 44 channels at once. Next, we will introduce the alarm setting function. If you set an alarm, you can receive an alarm by phone, text, or email when the sensor and channel registered above exceed the threshold that meets the appropriate range managed in the field. When setting the alarm, by setting various exception conditions, such as the day of the week and time of the sending exception, we provide a function so that only necessary alarms can be received, not spam. The Alarm Address Book is a menu to manage the contact information of the person who will receive the alarm. In the Sending History menu, you can search the history of the actual alarm sent. It is possible to check not only the content of the sent alarm message, but also whether it has been received. The Alarm Detection History is a function to inquire the history of which the threshold deviation was detected, separate from the dispatch history. Next, let's talk about the Deviation Control function. The Deviation Control function provides a tool to manage the deviations in detail based on the set alarm. Deviation Management status shows at a glance the number of cases where deviation management has occurred and the number of cases that have not been checked. In the closed history, you can see cases where deviations occurred and returned to the normal range. Assuming that a total of 15 alarms have been sent due to a temperature deviation in one refrigerator for 3 hours, these 15 related alarms are bundled to automatically generate one incident report. You can enter the reason for the incident and additional actions in the incident report. Finally, we will introduce the history search function. Radionode365 supports FDA 21 CFR Part 11 and records all actions accessed and set by the user. The system alarm history lists alarms related to the operation of this system, such as device disconnection or battery replacement. The quick report sending history shows a list of sending real-time reports by specifying the time in the number widget on the dashboard. After taking a moment to adjust the screen, we will guide you through the upper and lower areas. Everyone, did you pause and rest? Now let's introduce the top menus. Next to the clock icon, Asia/Seoul GMT time shows the currently set time zone. It shows all data or charts based on this time zone. Next to the star icon, information about the product is shown. This account is currently using a gold member plan. Click this section to see the expected service expiration date, remaining channels, text messages, phone calls, emails, and number of accounts. Let's take a look at your monthly text/phone/email usage. It can be used as an auxiliary material for setting a budget for safety and health while managing the number of alarm credits used by year and monthly. The support part of the ticket icon is the Customer Center menu. If you have any questions while using Radionode365 service, please leave a ticket inquiry. Your representative will reply to your inquiry. The part of the administrator name displayed on the far right is the Customer Information Management menu. You can edit your information here, add credits, or extend service from this area. Payment can be made by credit card or voucher, and you can check your payment history here. Let's take a closer look at the full alarm control function. All alarm control does not change all registered alarm sending conditions, but is a function that turns off and on all registered alarms so that alarms are not sent temporarily when there is a moving or construction schedule. As you can see, if you select Enable for alarm control for any type of alarm you want, such as threshold alarm and device disconnection alarm, if you enable threshold alarm, the threshold alarm will not be sent from that moment. In the lower menu below, we will introduce only two first. If you click the Radionode365 manual, you will be taken to a page where you can see the detailed function introduction and setting method for each menu. If you click the Update History, you can check which functions have been updated, which functions have been newly added, and which policy changes have been made. Everyone, I briefly introduced the various services of Radionode365. How was it? Radionode365 is a subscription service filled with functions necessary for your work. Now, do not manage it manually, but manage it remotely with Radionode365. Thank you.